Hi everyone, welcome. Today I'm going to be sharing the oracle reading for the day / the upcoming week, and we'll start with a couple of breaths together to settle in and clear our space with this sound bowl. Okay. So today is March 31st, 2025, and that's the present moment that I'm tapping into for sharing the message. But if you see this at any point and it feels really like you're drawn to it, then it's a message for you, because some of these things come back, some of these messages come back, especially yearly. Every season we go through a cycle. So, and just learn new lessons and deeper understanding of the same lessons every time we circle back. So, but this is March 31st, 2025. Okay, so let's see, what is the message for the people listening? Okay. Okay, one more. Okay. So, let's see what happens. There's 3 cards that flipped and they're upside. They're like, I can't see what they are. Then there's 1 card upside down. I wonder if I can. I kind of want to try something new and just like sit with it for a second. And you are also welcome to sit with it, because you can feel into the energies as well. That is right here. And I'm just gonna go let the cat in. Okay, so there is lean into the energy of the new inspiration, and we can so easily kind of lean back into a way we've been creating in the past, or a project we've been putting focus on in the past. But it's really important to lean into the one that is lighting you up the most from the inside, from your heart, and the one that you notice when the topic comes up, or when certain things come up, are present. For example, recently I've been noticing that there's going to be a shift in my own self in my upcoming year, and what I am embodying for the upcoming year, and like a new creative focus and a new slate. And although I still have a lot of passion and interest in doing these different oracle readings and sharing spiritual concepts and wellness tips, there's this, it almost like I need to also make sure that there's space for this new energy I'm feeling excitement for around flowers and around nature, and sharing something around that in whatever way I feel inspired to do so. So for example, before doing this oracle reading, I paused for a minute and felt like a little intuitive suggestion of like, or is there something else you could share this week? And after sitting for a couple minutes, I realized that there was something that I kind of felt a little inspiration for to share earlier in the week about pussy willows and how I use them to decorate my space and how to work with them as a plant, as a decorative tool. And it felt a little awkward recording that video. You'll see it on my Substack account if you want to check it out. But that was a creation that was inspired and felt energetically aligned with this upcoming year and what I'm bringing more focus into. And kind of like a garden, you have to water all the plants and all the places where you've planted seeds. So don't forget about, it's really important to bring focus to the new seeds you've planted. You can keep watering the plants. Actually, it's important you do, of creations that continue to exist for you that are no longer complete, but they continue, but they're not necessarily where there's this fresh, new, rejuvenating, like exciting energy for whatever that may be for you. And I just burped, so like I'm feeling the energy of that. That new energy is also really going to be what clears yourself energetically to fully embody and resonate like energetically with this upcoming year and the person you are moving forward as, and the energy of this new chapter. Because in order to create something new and different and exciting and like unique, there has to be a shift in the frequency that you are existing with and the way that you're being. And some of that is like you have to really consciously almost come back to the memory of what it is, the energy of what it is that feels fresh and new. And it's like a subtle shift, but you'll feel it, because just focusing on for example, if I were to just do a recording of this reading, this oracle card reading, I was like wanting to do that, so I'm still doing it, but it would eventually get really dull, and I'd eventually just feel really dry and not inspired. And it's something I value, so I'm continuing to do it. But it was important that I brought in this new energy, this new thing that I shared about the pussy willows. So that's an example that you can apply to yourself in whatever situation you're in, because we're in the shift into the springtime. So we're in, and this is something I've learned from others, so I'll share links to the people that have really helped me learn this energetic place we're in right now with the star alignments and the seasons, so you can reference them and also check out their resources. So I'll share that in the notes or the caption. We're in this like portal, we're entering and entered this portal of time where it's important to feel into the energy of that new spring, something completely new. And it can be, similar, but completely new, unknown, and just feel into what it is that it really brightens you up and you get really excited about when you think about it, or when the topic comes up, or that you feel like sharing, or whatever it might be. And so I'm curious to see what cards come out and how they translate to, if they're any similar to this message, or if they are, I think they're like additional to this message. Okay, so we have this card upside down, which is the last two videos I recorded. This one was right side up, and for a while I was like, we just have to like let the universe carry us forward, and now it's upside down. So I think it's really showing us that we're we're like out of that stage, and now we can be really actively present with our manifestations and our visions and the embodiment of this new year, this new energetic year. Also, the pillow is now right side up. So we are definitely out of retrograde. I don't know, technically we are, or if just like we're starting to become out of retrograde. But this, I feel it, this definitely is showing that. And then the next card we have is the Fates. So trusting in the universe and the way that it works in favor for you. Really, it's important to be present, embodied into the connection with that spring energy of the new and whatever is really exciting you, and not forcing it and not like trying to logically think of ways to bring it into others, but just like let yourself act based on inspiration and be inspired by this new energy and this new creation. Make sure there's space for you to do that. So like take a little bit of time away from something else you might be continuing to, water, so that you can also have space to be inspired to take action in certain ways for this new seed you've planted, whether you're aware of the seed or not. It could even just be like a feeling. And yeah, that's what I just uploaded a podcast episode that I recommend listening to that's all about the state of being and discovering your natural rhythms and pace of life as a way to naturally, like, automatically create a bliss timeline. And so that can be really helpful to listen to help you learn how to be in a balance of both a state of being and action. So, well, being is the state of active presence. And yeah, there's definitely some nuggets of wisdom in there that will help you let that be your focus this coming month. What I share in that podcast episode about presence and being grounded into your vertical alignment and the channel with your higher self. And then we have this card, which is all that glitters upside down. The truth will be revealed about everything. That Serena's looking at me. She wants to come in. Okay, I'm going to pause for a second and let the cat in. We're back. So, yeah. Okay, so the truth will be revealed about things, basically what glittered the year before, what felt really shiny and exciting in the past. Like, it's okay that it's lost its glimmer, because that's just how things work. Like for me, my creative energy bounces around a lot. It shifts a lot. And I've had to learn to embrace that. And instead of feeling like guilt or shame around it, because sometimes I feel like there's this pressure to show up consistently with one thing, or like to just basically see that as failure or as being too scattered. I've learned that actually there's this big woodpecker outside the window. That's just how I am. And so that kind of goes back to the podcast episode I recommend, where learning my natural rhythms, I've learned my creative rhythms, and they really do have to work with my energy, which is very high, like boom, 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 kind of, with creative projects. Like I started doing these oracle readings like on Substack specifically just a few weeks ago, and already I'm feeling ready to focus. There's a massive woodpecker. Ready to focus on this fresh energy. I'm looking at the woodpecker. It has got this big red. Let's see if I can do this. Can you see the woodpecker? I don't know. I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to do this backwards. Nope, it's gone. let go. Let go of whatever creative things you were working on and be okay with the fact that there's something new to be born and to also bring care and love to. You can hold space for both of them. And it's important to just go with the flow of your creative inspiration. I feel like this also has to do with general collective life, that it's really sinking in even deeper, the things that we are, the illusions. The illusions are even more so falling down. Like, if you've ever seen Harry Potter, in the scene when, in the final movie, when they have this protective bubble around Hogwarts, and then slowly after, as you know, Voldemort and his crew like cast spells to break it down, it finally starts to like disintegrate. That's the disintegration, the visual of that disintegration is what this looks like, of the illusions, the illusions just basically disintegrating, and we're able to see the truth of everything around us. And we're also able to create more authentically because of that, because they were feeling more empowered by seeing others and watching others be more bold and confident in their knowing and in what it is that they have to share and how it is that they want to share it. That's another aspect of this card that is being shared today. The masks falling, like literally the masks, they're like upside down, like in theory they would fall. And I think the cat wants to come in. So the masks are at the bottom and the gold is on the top. The true wealth is being more and more felt and understood and conceptualized in our consciousness collectively by like more and more people. So it's gonna just like, it's as more people witness this illusion and come into surrender to this, whatever their inner truth is and whatever path that they are being encouraged to take, that breaks through and breaks free of old systems. I totally lost where I was going with that. As more people do that, and as more people come to that place of reckoning within themselves, it'll become more and more supported because everyone's doing it. So it'll just be easier to do. Like, for example, I feel more confident talking about spirituality and the things that I enjoy talking about with energetics now than I have before. Like in the past, I felt really nervous about it and like strange. Even my artwork and my style of art felt very strange, and I felt like people would judge it or it'd just be like weird. And now I'm just, maybe it's also just taking layer by layer to feel confident in what I have to share, but it does help. As I'm cultivating confidence within, I am seeing others around me also expressing themselves in a confident way. It just feels more normalized to talk about this stuff, which is really nice and helpful to do. So the next card is this one, which is round and round. This feels like we have completed a cycle, and the round and round, like you are now, this is confirmation that you have shifted and you are on track, if that makes sense. Like you have done what you needed to do. You did what you listened to your intuition, or whatever you have done, or whatever you have processed, whatever you have decided, or wherever, basically where you are right now, there's a confirmation that you're starting a new cycle, and you're not being left behind. You're not going to repeat the same thing next year or this coming year. You're in a completely new energy, and like that's just a fact. Like you don't have to necessarily worry about that if you need to do anything more. Like you're already like launched into the portal, and you are starting a new direction, a new path, one that is just more expansive to expand upon the foundations and the lessons you have learned in the past. In the past. There's also this element of water here, and coming back to your core principles and message and essence of your voice, and what it is you have to voice outward, like from your throat chakra, through your throat space. Like there's this centering into the core of what that is for you uniquely, whatever that may be for you. And whatever it may be, it will cause a ripple effect throughout in a positive way, because whether that ripple effect causes someone to react negatively or positively, it doesn't matter. It's creating change, and the change will hit people and cause people to experience that in whatever way that it does. And that's not necessarily something for you to worry about, because everyone has the tools to navigate through the triggers and the activations that will cause us to really look inward. And sometimes that can make us have different reactions. Everyone may react to that differently. Be really anchored and grounded in your sense of self and your inner knowing that your voice and what you're saying, especially when it feels true, and it's spoken from a place of alignment with yourself, your higher self, and that core truth, that core voice, and whatever message is like essential to who you are and you being here. Try to practice releasing anxiety or worry around how that will affect others, because at the end of the day, it's only going to benefit others, whether they at first react negatively. It will benefit others. Okay, the cat wants to come in again. Come on. Entra. Okay. You are more than welcome in. Okay. Kitty. Here comes the kitty. So, a few days ago, there was a chance. We were on a possible timeline where Serena wasn't going to be with us, but she is now. She's still with us. Come on, Timini. Sube. Okay, I'll lean backwards. Come on. There she is. She's here. Yay! She had her own little spring awakening, rejuvenation of life. Oh, good. Okay, now we're complete. We have everyone. I have really come to appreciate cats so much more than ever before because of Serena, my fellow sister and queen. Okay, so she's such a blessing. Something I learned from her is to let myself feel her presence throughout my whole body. And it's a presence, even though she, meows, that may be perceived one way, but actually there's a lot of love that emanates from her, and like feminine ancestral connections with grandmothers, and our connection with, I feel a connection with a lifetime or something related to Egypt and the goddess Isis. And she's definitely bringing in something special to this video right now. So if you can feel it, you're welcome to just like tune into what she's emanating and let her energy also move through you. Thank you. Okay, let me just move this so we can include both of us. All right. So, fellow queen has entered the room. So this next card is the mending card, but it's in reverse. A lot of relationships that have energetically tied you to the past are now free and clear. Even if they come up, even if they continue to be in your life, there's something energetically that has now like released itself. You are now, I know I sometimes get anxious about maybe those relationships bringing me back into the past and the energy of the past when I want to like be in the energy of what it is that I'm bringing forth and embodying for the new. But this is a confirmation that now, whatever relationships those may be, are now being approached on both ends in a new way. And there is like a shift in the way you're experiencing those people, because they will reflect back to you the way that you have changed, and the way you have understood and integrated lessons about your value and your self-worth, and how you have let go of cycles and patterns that were creating relationships of disharmony rather than harmony, and the way you have learned how to understand energetic boundaries and maintaining them, upholding them, and the ways you have practiced and gotten better and more stronger in communicating yourself, and whatever way felt right with each relationship, whether that be whatever way that may be, and you are really protected from anything that is refusing to be resonant with this new level and this new path forward. Kind of a little trippage. So yeah, you're like in a new era, a new timeline, a new cycle of relationships and how you experience them. And it's all due to what you have put into the focus you have put into, in whatever way that may be, to reflect and process, transform, alchemize patterns and heal cycles that that were caused by something of pain. So healing that source of pain in that storyline, whatever you have done in the past is what has caused you to be where you are now, which is like a new cycle and experience of these relationships. So congratulations. That is epic. Oh, she's hungry. Oh, okay. I will feed you momentarily. That's a booty. Oh, yes, okay. Poor girl. She was like, yeah. Part of the thing that she was experiencing was not wanting to eat, and now I've just found she's open to dry food, so she's now like really hungry, and I'm really excited that she's eating again. And I feel that that's it. I want to take care of Serena's hunger needs. So a lot of this video was sharing confirmations of where you're at, and which is very exciting news about all of it. If you are tuning into this, it's because you're aligned with the energy. It's literally the only way. Like, you would not have clicked on this. You would not feel drawn to this. Even if you felt drawn to this, people can feel drawn to something, but for them to actually click on it, they have to be resonant enough with it to be open to listen and receive it. And so that's how you know if something is truly resonant for you. But also being mindful if you're just kind of like numbly, or what's the word? Passively clicking something, and you're not even really integrating what it is that you're receiving. You'll know, but basically, I have a feeling that if you click this, it's because all of this is true for you, and it's an exciting place to be. We are shifting out of being in this place where you're just kind of hanging in there and bearing the wind, but still moving forward. And we're shifting through this season of trusting the universe and letting that be a bridge through the portal of April into the energetic new year. And as that portal continues, it's just attracting in naturally a completely new set of experiences as we cycle through the rest of the energetic year. So this is the bridge that we're currently in. And then, sorry, I'm just doing this to like give her space. Let me move my arm. Okay. Yeah, and the illusions will continue to reveal themselves. You'll continue to feel more anchored into the truth that you are surrendering to. You are in a completely new cycle. You've planted new seeds and you're going to be watering them. Make sure you have space to water them, those new seeds, along with the ones that you continue to grow. And the annual, maybe, like the annual plants that are coming up, the tulips. And you're in right relationships. You're in this wholeness. And whatever relationships are no longer in that place of harmony, you are being supported to release them, and your world is being changed to reflect that, to no longer be in that space with those people or that thing, whatever that relationship might be. All right. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you, Serena, for joining us. I hope you have a beautiful week ahead. And feel free to comment and share if you have any specific things that resonated the most for you. I would love to hear about it.